So we serve the in-house counsel teams at large corporations. And what we serve them with is contract management support. So we do that with a platform. It is an artificial intelligence platform. We have been in the game for about 6 years now. And we do also provide like a professional services arm. So my perspective comes from supporting these teams. So if the audience is going to be some of the people that we identify as our audience, what I would say is that none of our customers got into the business. Like none of them went to law school to do tactical work. Truly, the great ones are artisans. They provide a unique value, a unique perspective, and that's what gives them the position that they have, and that's why the corporations trust them. But the thing that I'd love for them to know, and what we preach to our customers, is that legal work is becoming commoditized at a rate that is like incomprehensible. So if you're not, you as the audience, if you're not focused 100% on strategy, you are going to be a tactician, and you are going to be, your work will be commoditized as well. And we see it happening in like record speed. We started with syntax analysis under narrow intelligence back in 2019. And that was like light automation. But in the last 12 months, it's insane how quickly we're moving.
I can only imagine. Yeah. The analytics that the AI can provide in moments, right? It's just insane. And the way you can search for things and find things, it's crazy.
Yeah. We provide a platform for fleet agentics. So like our customers use legal team, like a fleet of agents that essentially do the work of humans, and they're very sophisticated and they just keep getting better. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. You've been doing this for 6 years, so you've like gone through almost every step of AI. Like 6 years ago is when the buzz was just starting, really. So
yeah.
And this may be a little off topic from your plan
Sure.
or what you want to talk about, but at what point did you start looking at AI to implement it in what you're doing?
Oh, from the beginning. So I went to so our company Zeal was founded in Palo Alto. So we're a Silicon Valley company. We went to an incubator, and it was always with the intention of automating like low end legal work using artificial intelligence. So we are like from the very beginning, that was the intention. So we haven't pivoted at all in our mission.
Wow, that's crazy. That's way cool.
It's just crazy that the tech has gotten so good. You know, a lot of these big leaders have really made some huge strides, and the smaller companies like us, we really benefit. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Gosh, man, I'm a little lost at like where to go next. What's your secret sauce? Like you've been doing this from the beginning. Like what makes you guys stick out? Because I know at this stage there's others that have jumped in the game. Like, how are you staying on top, and how are you differentiating?
The craziest thing is it's the humans. Like we're an AI company, and we use our platform to automate work. Like I don't know, we have like millions of records that we work with. We support something like $80 billion of value in contract value for our customer base. And the thing that makes us valuable and unique is honestly the humans behind the product. Our customer service gets like top marks all the time. They like our team. I think that's largely why we stay competitive. And we do kind of sit in a very narrow space. We work in entertainment and staffing. So we have our industries, and we're pretty vertical. But yeah, to be honest, the secret sauce is the people. If you have a really good team and they're like people that you want to spend time with, no surprise, customers want to spend time with you. So the relationship just kind of works.
No, I love that. It sounds like you're like the pioneer of what I think a lot of people are realizing now. You know, I'm about to launch my own product as well, and going into it, I was actually super happy as I did research, because I strongly feel that a few years, and I'm not thinking like a decade from now, like I'm thinking a few years from now, market's going to be 100% different. And I think these standalone softwares are going to struggle. Like if they're just SaaS.
Yeah.
I think where to be is where you have a hybrid, and it sounds like you figured that out. Well, at what stage did you at what stage did you realize that's kind of the direction you needed to go?
So in I'd say probably in 2023, maybe late 2022, what we were seeing was that, like, for our industry, because it's sensitive data, we're considered the critical path because we manage the contract data, and the contract data is the foundation of everything. So our biggest competitor are internal tools. It's companies saying, hey, look, we'll build it ourselves because we want to own it and we want to control it and we don't want a vendor to have this. So in like 2022, 2023, we were starting to watch software build tools, and that was that moment where you're like, well, wait a minute. If you're just providing a tool that they're subscribing to, it's going to get eaten because the tool that builds the software, they will soon have in their hands, and they won't need standalone software. To your point, it just goes away. If you want a contract lifecycle management tool today, you could just use one of the AI tools and build it in a couple of weeks, couple of months internally, and then you control all of it. It's not as easy as I'm describing, but the point is the competition of having internal tools built increases, and that just decreases the available targets that we have as a company. So yeah, so we have to deliver the product, but now the product is a platform more than it is a product, and we have to deliver it with people that are knowledgeable and fit with the cultures of the companies that we sell to.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that, Matthew.
What's your product going to be? Oh, what can you say, or can I ask you, or?
Yeah, so I'm. It's actually GTM is initiating in LATAM here pretty soon, and
Okay.
it's a mental health platform.
Oh,
And
awesome. Okay.
yeah, happy to talk a little more about it off books. I want to make this about you, but
Okay.
yeah, this for me, this is all about you. That being said, I love that you found that pivot fast. Like 2 to 3 years ago, I don't think everybody was looking at it that way. Everybody's still looking at LLMs. Everybody's still looking at automation. Like that was the big thing, right? Like, how do I automate? How do I decrease hours of staff? And the fact that you learned how to integrate and how to become a hybrid while everybody else was still thinking automation, like that's awesome. Like what? I mean,
We got lucky, I think. You get lucky.
yeah,
You learn from the big mistakes that you make, and we made a couple of big mistakes that led us down the path of realizing that, oh no, we're going to be obsolete if we don't turn this around into a platform. Because like the future of our world, at least like our Zeal world, is agents. It's agentic platforms that allow you to deploy like fleet services, and I'm not talking about like 10 years from now. That's like a year, 2 years from now, maybe a year from now. And customers, the expectation is when they buy, they take their consumer expectations, apply it to the business, and they expect it to work the same way. So it's interesting, and the go to market's very different as well. We've learned that human beings are really the only things that build relationships really well. I don't know how many phone calls you got today to your US number trying to sell you a car loan or something. I usually get like 10 to 15. And I also get like 10 to 15 emails from different agents selling me whatever service. And there was a really good article recently. Shucks, I forget who published it. I want to say it was The Atlantic, but I'm not sure. And it was about masking intent. So apparently, when you and I are communicating, there's like a connection between our brainwaves. Like I read you, and I like what you send me is like integrity, honesty, connection, and I match it, and then we have a conversation. If you've ever had someone read something that was written by an AI application, what ends up happening is that there's a disconnect there. I think that's a big problem that people are trying to solve now. But that's the thing that's kind of changed the go-to-market, because you can't mask the intent of the bots or the things that are sending you solicitations, and it's very overwhelming. And I think the response has been a very like human connection is what people are looking for in sales. Sorry to talk about the go-to-market. This is a thing that we are constantly iterating over, trying to solve. It's like the impossible problem.
no, I think it's super important actually, especially in this day and age. I think especially the last probably 10 years, not only in software sales, but just in sales in general, right? Everybody's been hit with all the LinkedIn messages, all the emails, the cold calls, and they're like I think a lot of people are late to the game, realizing that you need another strategy. Like
Right.
you need something different, right?
Yep.
Well, Matt, we can jump in and talk more. I'd love to talk more GTM at another point.
Sure.
This is kind of the end of our time, but I really want to thank you for jumping on.
Thank you, Ralph. I really appreciate the time. We don't do this often enough, and it's nice to get the invite. I hope we stay connected, and I'm happy to get involved in whatever the project you have going forward.
Absolutely, it'll be fun.
All right. Thank you,
I'm
Ralph.
gonna I'm gonna hit stop. That's